Now this, just prepare yourself. This is probably the most meta story we've dealt with on the show. Let me try and explain it to you simply and just pull me up if there's anything that you don't understand. So there is a Twitter account by the name of Yolanda Fister, which, yeah, indeed, great name. And it posted a picture of these two women in the back of a car. And on this picture, again, we're showing you on the video feed now, the post said, "I'm an Uber driver, and I was telling my passengers about how I can't afford to feed my 5 children. These women then tipped me £2,500 each for their journey, which will buy my family groceries for an entire week. I'm so grateful to these kind souls." And I've never seen this account before, but it's popular already. So I don't know what I've been doing in the past, but it got picked up, and then things started to get a bit more crazy.
Yeah, well, because everyone started to pile in, just saying, "Hang on a minute, $2,500, $5,000 to feed 5 children in just 1 week. That's $1,000 per kid. What are you feeding your kids?" So someone's saying, and so like, then Yolanda Fister then replied saying, "I buy my kids a rotisserie chicken each. I shop at Whole Foods because I'm anti-GMO. My kids are picky eaters, so I have to throw away 60% of what I buy." Clearly kind of like just trolling all of the people who are kind of like saying, "This is mental, this can't be true, like what on earth do you think?" It's like saying that he was giving I feed my kids caviar or only on Wednesdays. Anyway, it just went completely bonkers. Loads and loads of views. I don't know do we know how many views it got, that initial picture?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'll try and look it up and put it in the post later on. It went very popular.
And then got more so because of the meta nature of this story, which you can go into now.
Yeah, so these two women, I'll be honest, I didn't know they were. But in the US, they're pretty famous. Jennifer Welch and Angie Pumps Sullivan. I think they're actresses on TV shows in the US. They've got their own podcast. Haven't everyone got their own podcast? It's called I've Had It. It's a great name for a podcast. They found out about this story, recognised themselves in this photo, obviously, and then talked about it on their podcast. And turns out it was a photo from them on a trip in New York. And rather than being angry or annoyed at what was going on, they absolutely loved it. And they gave a real kind of glowing recommendation for Yolanda, which we can listen to now.
Yolanda Fister is fucking undefeated.
5 stars.
Undefeated on the World Wide Web.
So as you can see, they gave Yolanda this kind of like glowing praise, thought it was all brilliant, all hilarious. And they actually tried to get in touch then with Yolanda as well. And then turns out that Yolanda Fister responds to them saying, "Hi, I'm in my 20s. I'm a gay man and I live in Scotland." So they were like, again, just even more brilliant, because I think this whole thing was, they were in the taxi in New York or something like that, certainly stateside. So hilarious, just again, an example of how people get so sucked into just the thing that they see and think it's real, when actually it was a complete kind of like parody account.